I've made 330,000 in the last 3 months, trading only 30 minutes a day. And in this video, I am going to show you the step-by-step process that I follow to not only catch these trades, but make this kind of money. All right, so let's get to my office. The strategy I'm about to show you is the simplest for beginner traders. And it goes like this. It's called support and resistance plus volume. Volume is very important. This is the main game we are playing. So how does it look like? Support and resistance is when price is moving sideways, like that. So all you need to do is just draw your high and low. This is now our resistance. This is our support. Now, resistance and support does not tell you anything until there is injection of volume, which brings us to what we call the market open. This strategy works best at the market open because that is when we have the highest participants in the market during that specific session, especially the New York session. Now, most of you are told when the market opens, don't trade it because there is so much volatility. It goes up and down. This is where the money is. So how does it work? When the market opens and the volume is injected, we are either going to break out to the downside or to the upside, like that. So if we break to the upside, this is a buy signal. If we break to the downside, this is a sell signal. There are three scenarios that could happen when the price is breaking out at the market open. If you are getting value from this video, then I highly suggest you join Pips Lab. This is where I trade the same strategy that I am showing you right now live with my members. And I give away $20,000 in funded accounts every week to my members. So go click the link in the description and join Pips Lab right now. I will see you on the inside. Back to the video. Number one is price breaks out and continues going up, or it can slight pullback and continue go up. This is what we call a full or a complete breakout. This is a continuation pattern, and this is what we usually trade to make money. Scenario number two is when price breaks out and then reverses immediately. This is what we call a fake out or a stop hand. It happens, it's in the system. And when we get faked out, we exit. That's a loss. Scenario number three is price breaks out and then consolidates. So if this was the support or resistance, price breaks out, it does not continue going up or down. It just plays around. Now, these two scenarios are when we lose money. This one scenario is when we make money. And you'll find that this happens almost 40 to 50% of the time. And then this happens the rest. So which means we have a 50% win rate. And we know that half of the trades are going to be these shenanigans. So the next step is, how do we make money despite having fake outs 50% of the time? This is how we do it. Number one is risk to reward. We are risking one to make 2, 3, or 4 per trade, which means, let's say I am risking $100. Best case scenario is I make $400 profit. Worst case scenario is I lose the 100. So risk to reward is very important. We are pushing for 1:2, 1:3, and 1:4. Number two is your stop loss. We have a defined stop loss of 25 to 30 pips. Reason? Because remember I told you the only scenario we make money is when we have volume in the market. When we have volume in the market, if price is going up, it's going like that. It does not play around. There are no stop hands. There are no consolidation. Price just moves. And I will show you real life examples of trades that I took in order for me to make the 330,000. So the reason we have a 25 to 30 pips stop loss is because we are betting that we will have volume and we will go
direct. We are not coming back. Now, if it does go back to our stop loss, we exit that trade and just say there was no volume, because realistically speaking, there was no volume. Number 3, on average, if you have a risk to reward ratio of 1:2 on all your winners, and you take 10 trades, 5 of them will be losses. So that will be -5. And then 5 will be winners. However, you are getting twice. So this will be +10, which means 10 minus 5 equals 5. Now you can say if you are risking 100, 100 times 5 will be 500. If you are risking 1,000, that is 5,000. It depends with how much you are risking per trade. But if you know the numbers behind it, then when you go to the charts, I will show you how those setups are making us money. So let's go into the charts.
We're going to start with currency pairs and then finish with gold. We'll start with USD JPY. Now, what are the rules here? The rules are simple, nothing has changed. We are trading at the market open. We are using the 3-minute time frame, and we are trading support and resistance breakouts. So let's start with the London session on USD JPY. London begins at 3 a.m. ends at 5 a.m. So it's just 2 hours. And then if we now zoom in and focus on our area of support and resistance before market open in the London session, let's zoom in, draw our area of support and resistance before the market opens. So as you can see, clearly we have this area that had turned. We had this one touch, second touch, market came and bounced back again there. And so the idea is, when market opens, if we break to the downside, then that's it. And as you can see, we have this market open at 3 a.m. that continued breaking to the downside. So the moment, even if you were not very sure entering there, this was another area of support. And the moment market opened, you take your short position after price breaks your level. You can use a 5 pip or 10 pips, and you are targeting the low of the day, which was not a great risk to reward. And then if we move to the New York session opens at 9:30, so we want to focus on 9:30 like that, and ends at 11 with our trading strategy. All right, so first things first, we focus on support and resistance before the market opens. And as we can see here, we have a nice area here of resistance before market open, and then to the downside we didn't have a lot, I would say, down here, which was the low of the day. But then the market also gave us another opportunity when it created this nice area of support and resistance up here. So the moment price broke to the downside again, that would have been your entry position, stop loss around 8 pips, and then getting a 1:1 because there was no much movement. So that was USD JPY. Let's go to GBP USD. Same thing. We start in the London session. London session begins at 3 a.m. So where is 3 a.m? I'll put a line there so that you see. And then now what we are interested in is price action before 3 a.m. And we can see here we have this nice area of support, or I mean resistance. So if we broke to that side, we would be buying. And then our area of support is down here. And then our area of support is down here. So if we break to the downside, we buy. I mean we sell. If we break to the upside, we buy. So what happened? Price broke to the upside. That was our entry there. Stop loss around 8 pips. And then we are targeting a 1:2 because we are at the high of the day. Price can continue trending to the upside like that. We didn't have a real area where price was really targeting. But when we look at the New York session, that is at 9:30 a.m. So it's 9:30. So yeah, if we look here, we can now draw another area of support and resistance. So before market open, we have this area down here, and then we have this area up here. So before market open, and you can see up to 11, price just consolidated. So GBP USD did not offer us any good setups in the New York session. Then we look at US 100. US 100 in the London session, let's draw our time, that is at 3 a.m. Yes, like that. And when we zoom in before market open, we can see we have this area of resistance up here. Anyway, the moment price broke to the upside, that was your entry long. And then you have your 20 pips stop loss, and then you would be targeting a 1:2, of which you can see did play out. And then in the New York session, same thing, following the same system at 9:30. So these lines that I'm putting that are vertical are just showing you when the market begins. And as you can see, I had already drawn the area of support and resistance. And the moment price breaks to the upside, this is your entry now. Stop loss, put a 40 pip stop loss. Yeah, right now I'm using 40 pips. And then I'm targeting 1:2, which is around 80 pips. And you can see, played out perfectly. Same thing with US 30. We go to the London session, 3 a.m. Now at 3 a.m., all we need to do is draw our area of support and resistance. And at this point, this would have been my area of resistance, and then support down here. And you can see the moment price broke to the upside, that was the entry, 40 pips stop loss, targeting a 1:2. Now, this one you can see you could have gotten stopped out. Price did not reach our target. However, in the New York session, again, same thing played out. At 9:30, there is 9:30. So we draw our area of support and resistance. And then, firstly, it broke to the downside. So here is a opportunity to take a short position, and then 40 pips, targeting 80 pips. But you can see it reversed, and then the next opportunity is you taking the opposite direction when it breaks to the upside. And we got, again, the 40 pips, targeting 80 pips, easy money. And then finally, gold. Gold, we look at it in the London session, and we want to finish at 5. Okay. Now, when we look at gold, we see that before market open, there was no clear support and resistance because we'd already broken out. So what I would have done is waited for price to consolidate and give me a level. This is not a very good idea. If the setup does not form in the first hour of the market open, I don't like it. So we go to the New York session. New York session, 9:30. Yes. So at 9:30, we can see that here, this is our area of support and resistance. Okay. And then when market opens, we break to the upside. So I'd be going long here. And then I use a 25 pip stop loss on gold, which is very big, by the way. So here I'd use, say, 20 pips. And then I would target a 1:2. And you can see this is just support and resistance paired with breakouts. Does this fall in line with what you understand about trading? Would you have eaten this, or would you just have watched it move? Tell me in the comment section how your trading is. See you in the next video.